Resolution number 1. I don't want you guys to listen to anybody else about investing but us. Write that in chat.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck is this?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Do you want to know how cocky and unbelievably arrogant you have to be to tell people in your target audience to only take investing advice from you, as if you are the next Warren Buffett or Charlie Munger? In fact, if Warren Buffett himself rolled up on me and said, hey, I'll give you one-on-one investing advice, but there's a caveat. You can't take investing advice from any other source. I'd kindly tell Warren Buffett to fuck off. Unless he's also going to give me the capital to invest with, because then we're investing on his dime and I have nothing to lose, right? But to use my own money to invest and only invest from one source, listen, some of you, no, a lot of you would consider that an honor and a privilege, and I get it. But do you know how insanely idiotic it sounds to tell a bunch of beginning investors that have no idea about the market to only take investing advice from you? The audacity, the gall, dare I say it, the stupidity. Not even Warren Buffett would tell you to only listen to him for investing advice because he likely realizes that he ain't got all the answers, Sway. Because the world is ever changing, and so are the businesses and companies in it that we invest in. Only considering one source of advice in investing is the equivalent of someone who knows nothing about basketball but wants to become an NBA player. Only taking tips and advice from one trainer. Could you imagine if Kobe, Steph Curry, LeBron, KD, could you imagine if any of those guys at some point in their early youth said, I'm only going to learn basketball from one person. No one else is allowed to teach me about the game. That sounds completely asinine, right? And it sounds it because it fucking is. Welcome back to Millionaire Money Minds, where we talk about all things finance. Could be stocks one week, could be exposing a fake ass guru the next. But I feel it's necessary that when you come up against false information or grifters that don't really give a fuck or shit about you or about the community they claim to be helping, that it's incumbent upon you to expose them. Expose these people. That's part of doing my due diligence on this channel. And today, we're talking about a group of men that have taken the internet by storm with their presence in the finance community. Earn Your Leisure, and more specifically, Ian Dunlap. Yeah, you may have heard of him. This is a group that's starting to get a lot of heat right now, starting to catch a lot of heat, and it's crazy, the timing, because I was already going to make this video. And then it just caught fire, right? Their whole little team just caught fire. And now they're being roasted in the finance community. These guys have certainly grown to amass a large following with over 1 million subscribers on their YouTube channel and have become a massive brand with deals and appearances involving several celebrities, several media personalities, and well-known brands. And if you've never heard of them, you may be wondering, like who? Well, Revolt TV, which is owned by P. Diddy. Fat Joe. They've been on $1 million worth of game. The podcast with Gillian Wallow. A major platform with millions of followers. And they were recently on the Joe Budden podcast. Again, which, listen, I listen to Joe Budden podcast weekly. And as soon as I heard them coming on the mic, I rolled my eyes because I already knew what time it was. But they've also been featured in recognizable articles like Forbes, So, we're talking major recognition, not just in the finance community, but across the entirety of media, right? And so when you have that type of recognition, what tends to happen is because the majority of people respond to media recognition, it makes them seem absolutely legit because perception is everything. How many times have we talked about it here? And I'll be upfront with you. While I was doing my research on these guys, I ran across a lot of good information in some of their content. So I don't doubt that there's something you can take away from some of their advice, from following some of their advice. However, it does not give them a pass when they knowingly promote bad advice, oversell you on basic information that you can get for free here on YouTube, and run up the tab on their own community because they know they have the look that makes black people feel like you can identify with them. Or in other words, they're black people pandering to other black people. And listen, I'll be the first to tell you that I'm a capitalist. I believe that if there's a legit way for you to make money from a service and information that you are providing, and many people benefit from it, then great. Get that money, cool. But when you have people that are packaging a bunch of basic ass information together and calling it a course, charging their community hundreds to thousands of dollars, who better to call you out on the bullshit than one of your own? And I've seen people defend this type of shit because they believe that just because someone identifies as the same color as you, that you should support it irregardless of whether it's right or wrong. And they'll use the justification of, well, white people and people of other races carry out corrupt and immoral practices to get rich all the time. So why shouldn't we? It should be okay. And the fundamental problem I have with it is the fact that you're grifting your own fucking community. The very community that you claim needs so much help. So let's get into it. How are they grifting? Glad you asked. At some point, I'm sure you've heard the saying, scared money don't make no money. Well, stupid money don't make no money either. The Red Panda Stock Club. The Red Panda Stock Club is an online finance academy designed to hotep its way into the minds and hearts of black people everywhere. Why? Because they realize that black people are the poorest race in the United States, followed by the Hispanics. So that means they saw a lane that they could capitalize on and take advantage of the financial ignorance of their own people. This is very similar to what Dr. Boyce Watkins does with his fucking $90 flashcards. And I've got an idea about what Dr. Boyce Watkins can do with those flashcards.
Turn that sumbitch sideways and stick it straight up. You can do it.
But there's actually a video that was very well done. Shout out to Uncultured Currency. This guy did what I would not. He actually attended the Earn Your Leisure Invest Fest. Some shit I would never go to. I'd never attend this. I would never go to Invest Fest because I have more than 3 brain cells. And that's not a shot at Uncultured Currency because I'm positive he does as well. But he actually went and took some notes to share with us. So again, shout out to him. Go check out his channel. It's right there. But there's some very interesting videos about EYL there on his channel. But to give you all a basic summation of what he said in his video, InvestFest is a waste of your time. If you're looking to actually learn and take away some knowledge that will help you grow as an investor. InvestFest is a bunch of people gathered together to upsell you on a product, on a course, or an academy, or an investment. And to make it feel like it's part of the culture. Oh, the culture. They'll mix in a bunch of paid performances from popular artists that you likely know. The most basic level of information is being shared behind the cost of hundreds to thousands of dollars. Well, how much is a ticket to InvestFest? where all these great finance minds are gonna change our lives. I can't wait to be a part of it, right? Can't wait to be a part of this. Where do I sign me up? Well, a general admission ticket will only cost you $250. That's right. Only $250. Or you can do the VIP general admissions package for $1750. But hey, if you really want to be all that you can be, then throw caution to the wind and sign up for the Platinum VIP admission or Lifetime VIP membership. Those will only cost you $5,000 to $12,500 depending on which package you want. Depending on which package you choose. But hey, don't you want to be cool like EYL? Don't you want to be cool? Don't you want to be a cool kid and down with the crew? With the culture? Do you know what I could do with $12,500 in the stock market? Do you know what you could do with $12,500? And these guys had the audacity to make a video on Grant Cardone talking about how he admitted to being a culture vulture to get black people to buy his shit. But at least he was honest enough to openly admit it. Stupid, but honest. I'll give him that much. Now, so the Red Panda stock course is basically a bunch of bullshit, okay? Pretty words put together by the goofball Ian Dunlap, okay? The self-proclaimed master investor. This is a nigga that got a lot of people believing he's smarter than he actually is about the market. And that he's got a magical crystal ball somewhere. Motherfuckers that just like all these other people don't give a fuck about the community or financial literacy. They don't care about you learning that shit. So how much does it cost to get into the Red Panda Stock Club? Mind you, this is a guy who has never showed his returns. He don't show his fucking portfolio. So how do we know? He's a master investor. Well, how much does the course cost? Yeah, you saw that right. But just in case you need a second look, here. So what do you get if you sign up for any of this bullshit? Well, one is geared towards trading in the market, I guess, which statistics say that most people lose money in, but okay. And the other is geared towards investing advice. Here, let's read it. All right, look, I don't give a fuck about any of this. If you love these niggas, cool. But I'd recommend you just watch their Market Mondays, okay? And you can get all that knowledge for free because $40,000 is beyond insane. If you have $40,000 to spend on this shit, then you likely do not need the goddamn course. Just keep doing whatever you're doing and catch these niggas on Monday because they may actually provide you some basic sound advice on a very basic investing level. I just don't think it's worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, but y'all do what you want. Just remember that these are the guys that brought on Grant Cardone, the guy who said that he purposely changed the way he speaks to groups of black people because basically he believes they're not smart enough to understand the English language. And they brought this guy on. Why? Because they knew that Grant Cardone brings with him clicks, views, and notoriety. That's all. These people do not give a shit about you or the black community that they claim to be doing all this for. It's all fucking lies. These guys have the nerve to make a video saying, oh, we don't, what benefit is there from relationship with media personalities and stars that we bring onto the platform? Please stop. Only an idiot would believe this. Because it's obvious that the value is in the notoriety that comes from your connections to names that are already bigger than your own brand.
I didn't know anything about financial literacy, so I became an EYL stan because I fell for the marketing tactics of, you're black, I'm black. These people don't want you to know this information. They're keeping the keys to success away from you, but we have it and we're going to give it to you. Just give me a couple bucks.
At the end of the day, there's no benefit for scamming somebody. There's no benefit for taking advantage of somebody. And
of course there is. Of course there is. Listen, y'all made millions off of your platform. You've made millions off of bringing guests on. You have made millions of people signing up to your university. How many times have y'all marketed what you're going to teach at InvestFest and people go there and did not learn anything, or none of the stuff that y'all advertise was delivered?
Careful about a narrative, right? It's like, earn your leisure. It's not in our benefit to be friends with people. Like, we don't hang out with these people. We don't know these people like that. Earn Your Leisure is a media company.
Stop the fucking cap. I'm starting to get pissed off now. These clowns are fucking vampires. And I promise you that the best thing you can do for yourself is avoid scummy ass trash brands like EYL and the Red Panda course and Ian Dunlap. Just do your own research. You'd be 1,000% better off. I promise you. But see, this is also a mantra that these guys will adopt in order to escape accountability. So that in case you all get scammed from one of their ideas or courses, the blame isn't on them, it's on you for not doing your own research. They'll use that mantra. Do your own research. They're the textbook definition of a group of grifters that will throw rocks and then hide their hands and play dumb, while the skillet starts to heat up and people start to wake up to the grift. Look, I'm gonna get out of here, but listen, remember to invest diligently, but more importantly, invest responsibly, and if at all possible, avoid these goofy ass niggas on the internet that claim that they have the way and the path to financial freedom. All you have to do is pay them a bunch of money. Ian Dunlap is one of the most arrogant and egotistical motherfuckers that I've ever seen, with no proof of being a master investor. And when I say no proof, I mean he has never once shown his portfolio. You don't know what type of gains he's made. And it's the same with a lot of these guys. You don't know what they've made in the market. They just claim that they're a master investor and that they made millions. Ian claims that he's the best, the greatest of our generation. That's actually on his fucking Instagram page. But look, you follow these goofy motherfuckers at your own risk. You've been warned. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.
Everything is worse when we lead with the sword. I can only judge by your heart what your mouth say. With a grain of salt, I'ma take it for your mouth's sake. Niggas follow greed, ain't no seeds being planted. Cause people never learn till they feeding the planet. Sleeping 6 feet, death is creeping at your doorstep. This feast is far from over, have a seat, don't you toast yet. I got some shit to learn, you grab your keys, cock your burners. This life is so cold, cop you please stop the furnace. Who's your top earner? Tell that boy to holler at me, wasting all your time. Stop trying to throw your dollar at me. I just